This was the dramatic scene in Plymouth tonight. A car precariously perched on the rocks of Manamet Point. A woman trapped inside that vehicle. First responders carefully got her out and took her to the hospital. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Tanaka. We want to get straight out to WBZ's Juli McDonald, who is live in Plymouth for us tonight. Julie?
Well, Chris, there is still a little bit of activity happening here as DPW crews put out these Jersey barriers as a precaution along the opening where this happened this afternoon. I want to point out to you, though, just behind those Jersey barriers, there have always been a row of large rocks across this opening here. So somehow this afternoon, that sedan went up and over the boulders and then down this rocky embankment. We want to show you some of our video from Sky Eye captured from overhead this afternoon all throughout this rescue and response. We know that fire crews rushed here around 20:05 this evening and found that sedan about 20 feet down the rocky embankment. It was at a rest but not steady, and the driver was still inside. Firefighters used special equipment and a cable to secure that sedan in its spot, and then used one of those Stokes baskets. It's a specially designed stretcher that can be lowered and raised using ropes. They were able to safely remove that woman from her car and then pull her back up to the road. We spoke with some neighbors here who watched part of this response this afternoon. They said if that car had just gone over a few feet to the side, this would have ended tragically.
You know, fortunately, she went over on an easy part where the rock stopped there. If she was over here, it would have just flipped right over backwards. It was down there, pointing right down into the water. I mean, what didn't make the water, but it was, yeah, it was crazy to see it.
And so what he was saying is just next to where this response happened, the cliff goes straight down, but her car did come to a rest along that rocky embankment right here. That driver taken to the hospital. Police haven't said anything more about her identity or what may have happened in those moments before the car went over. I'm told by neighbors this is a very popular place for people to park, watch the sunrise and sunset, and see whales at certain times of the year. DPW crews tell me this has never happened here before. A lot of praise tonight from the Plymouth fire chief for his firefighters who are always ready to respond to anything quickly and carefully. He did describe this response, though, as unusual and dangerous. We're live in Plymouth. I'm Juli McDonald, WBZ News.
All right, Julie, great information.